just taking a moment, maybe just to bring your awareness inwards and just ask yourself, how are you doing? And then I invite you to share 2 words in the chat if you'd like to about how you're feeling, or you can just keep it private to yourself. So I'm going to just do this for myself. I'm feeling grounded and a little scattered at the same time. Anxious and rushed. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm just going to read out a few of them that I see. If anyone else would like to share just 2 words of how they're feeling before we start this practice, you can share in the chat. Restless and anxious. Calmly anxious. Anxious and tired, jittery and excited. Tired and scattered. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. So each week I'm working with a different theme, and I just allow the theme to come to me, really dependent on how I'm feeling. And so I hope that it resonates for you, and do feel free, if it doesn't, to change up this practice in any way that feels good for you. Everything I offer is just an invitation. So the theme for today is going to be reset and refresh. And so the idea with this practice is that we can do it any time of the day, anytime we need just a little moment to refresh and reset our mind and our body. So I invite you to find a comfortable seat, and we're going to start our practice. Just taking a moment to ground wherever you are, whatever position you're in. Notice where you're in contact with the floor or with the chair. Maybe that's through the soles of the feet. Maybe it's through the legs and the sit bones. Maybe it's the back, resting on the chair or on the ground if you're laying down. And just allow your awareness to rest there for just a moment, in those places where you're grounded with the earth. And I invite us to take some grounding and cleansing breaths together, breathing in and out through the nose, and just consciously deepening your inhale and your exhale. So at your own pace, breathing in and out. And as you take a couple more of these cleansing breaths, just imagining welcoming in this cleansing breath. And just allowing your awareness now to rest on the breath and allowing it to return to its normal rhythm. And I invite you, with every exhale, just to take stock of the body. Perhaps starting with the crown of the head. With every exhale, just seeing if you can release something. Maybe on the next exhale, you can invite some tension to release from the forehead. Maybe with the next exhale, you can invite tension to release from the face. Next, maybe the shoulders. Without forcing anything, just doing your own scan through your body. And just noting any areas of tension that you find. And just inviting with the breath, inviting those places to release. All the way down through the body until you reach the feet. And then letting that go and allowing your awareness to rest back on the breath. And just noticing anything you notice about the breath this morning or whatever part of the day it is for you. Noticing the breath as it enters the body. Noticing the breath as it leaves the body. And if any thoughts or emotions or distractions have come up, just know that that is completely normal. And the moment you become aware that your attention has wandered, just gently invite your awareness to come back to the breath. Noticing the temperature of the breath. Noticing where in the body you feel the breath. And where in the body you don't feel the breath. Just noticing. And now I invite us to imagine that your breath has a color. And perhaps imagining that this color is a color that you find to be particularly healing or soothing. For me, it's a light blue color, but just going with whatever color feels good for you. And on your next inhale, just imagining you're breathing that breath, that colorful breath, into the body and actually into the mind. Breathing that breath into the mind, allowing it to cleanse anything it finds there. Continuing to inhale the breath into the mind. Imagining that healing color just circulating through the entire head. And then just letting that practice go. Allowing the breath to return to normal. And just noticing if you feel any different. knowing that there's no right or wrong way to feel in response to a practice like this. It's just our job to try and notice with curiosity, doing our best not to judge anything we find. I invite us to bring back in that color. And now we will breathe that breath down into the chest and into the torso, and all the way down through the arms into the hands. Imagining that healing breath, whatever color feels good for you. Really inviting us to see that color move on the inhale down through the body, through the chest, into the belly, and down through the hands to the tips of the fingers. Continuing a few more breaths like this, imagining that breath, whatever color, breathing it in, allowing it to circulate deeply through the torso, through the arms and the hands. And then just letting that practice go. And again, just checking in and noticing how you feel. Again, knowing that there's no right or wrong way to respond. Just noticing. And if you've become distracted and lost where we are in this practice, just know that that's okay. You can come back to the breath at any time. And now inviting in that breath with that color that you chose one more time, breathing it all the way in, down through the body, all the way through the legs and into the feet. Really seeing if we can feel that breath move through the body. And if you can't feel your breath in your legs, just know that that's okay too. Just noticing with curiosity and kindness whatever is real for you during this practice. Allowing that breath to rejuvenate, all the way through the body to the soles of the feet. And now I invite us to pay particular attention to any areas that you noticed maybe need some extra attention today. Maybe there's places of tension. Maybe places that just need some extra love. And inviting your breath now to go to those places. Allowing the breath to reset and refresh any place in your body. then letting that practice go. And again, just noticing how you feel. Noticing any distractions. And just meeting them with curiosity and kindness. Allowing the awareness to open now to your surroundings. And just keeping everything as it is, but just becoming aware of any noises. Becoming aware of any sensations in your experience right now. Perhaps becoming aware of the temperature in the room that you're in. Any sounds, maybe close or far away. Any sensations in the body, on the skin. Just allowing yourself to take a moment here to just experience anything that's real for you right now. Without having to change anything. Just allowing ourselves just to be here. And seeing if it can be restful. And if at any point you get distracted or a thought arises that carries you off somewhere else, knowing that we can use that breath to anchor us back to this moment. And to close our practice, we'll take 3 cleansing breaths again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. One more time, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And gently inviting some movement to come back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. No rush. Just gently allowing the eyes to open. And perhaps taking a little stretch here, if that feels good for you. Just coming back together. We have just a few minutes. I would love to check in with you all and see how you're doing. Again, would love just a few words of reflection on how you're feeling. 2 words in the chat would be great. I'm feeling energy and fresh, grateful and thoughtful. Wonderful. And would love if anyone wants to unmute as well and speak to us. Looser and more centered, optimistic and creative. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Relaxed and focused, hopeful and fresh. Love that. Thank you, everyone. So I'm recording these practices and I'm loading them up on my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to ping the link in the chat if anyone is interested in any of the recordings or any other practices. Feel free to share that. This one will be live within probably a day or so. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here and being so open to these practices. If you have any thoughts on what theme we should do next week, let me know. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see you all. But yeah, I'm very open to getting in touch with you all and just very grateful for this community and for all of you for taking this time to connect. So with that, I'll let you get on with your day or your evening, depending on where you are. But huge thank you and hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. See you soon, everyone.